Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FTRL. You joined us in week 7 of 8 of our GT2 season 16, the final season of GT Sport. So we are at Kyoto, Yamagiwa tonight for 3 races of 20 minutes in the Group 4 cars. And joining me in the commentary box tonight is the legend himself, the man, the racer, the annotator, Joy Hater. It's on segments. Good evening, my friend.
Yeah, good evening, Sean. Good to be back in the booth after I just had some struggle with the COVID, but feeling good and feeling fine again. So yeah, good to be back and can't wait for tonight's races.
Perfect. So all fully recovered. So we have had a few changes since last time out at Tsukuba. So we've got a couple of new / returning people. So Joe Cowboy is joining us, I believe, just as a reserve for this race and possibly the last race next week at Brands Hatch. We will see. So always good to have Cowboy back. And we've also got a new racer as well. I'm just going to call him NDJ because I'm not going through all that. So we'll go with NDJ. So he tells me his actual first name is Mikey, but of course we don't want to get him confused with that man there. So we'll go with MTJ for now, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. And of course, we've got a couple of guys just coming in for their sort of second races of the season in Graham and Sway as well. We did put in a really good debut performance last week, so
yeah. Absolutely.
Lots of new people.
Yeah, really impressed actually by the guys around like Graham, Adam Echo, even Sway. They did perform very good last week. We were around Tsukuba, so gonna be interesting to see. They've done a couple of practice laps, so should be up there with the fastest guys.
Yeah, so it should be very interesting to see, particularly the qualifying times to start with, because we've seen some pretty pacey times from some of these guys in practice, and there's been a lot of people hyping up their times in the Discord over the week as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. The Subarus do seem to be up there as they usually are, but then a couple of the other guys as well should be pretty competitive.
Yeah, actually the Subaru is not the easiest or the best car around here. Also, I think some in the Renault will struggle a lot on pace, so the guys in the Hyundai or maybe even in the Mustang should get quite handy around here. I also expect Junkie Sport to perform well. It's had always like a very consistent lap times the races he's been in, and will be interesting to see how he's performing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're getting people in already. So a flood of people coming into the YouTube lobby and into the chat. Good evening, Garni. Good evening, Pete. See you on board.
Yeah, I mean, it's the penultimate race of the season, and since Aaron dropped out, he decided to
the big news.
hang his wheel. So he didn't want to interfere with the guys like Jonesy, Switchback. I think even Junkie Sport is able to grab the title if he's getting enough points. Som is in the game, so yeah, because Aaron just dropped out of GT2, we have a straightforward battle for the title the last 2 races. There's not many points in between P1 and down to P5.
No, absolutely. So just having a look at the table now, I mean, with 2 weeks to go, so there is, you get a point for pole, and maximum for winning the race is 14, so that's a maximum of 43 points, if my maths is right, per week.
Should be, yeah.
So a total of 86 points up for grabs, and at the minute Jonesy leads the way on 179. He had 10 Switchback on 69. Switchback would probably be reasonably comfortably in the lead, I think, had he not missed. I think he only missed 1 week in the end. It might have been 2.
Yeah, and look at that, Switchback currently provisional pole, but the new guy, MDJ, in the Mustang, already just a couple of times behind, so very impressive stuff from him.
So 139.8. So it's Switchback, and then in terms of the other potential title contenders, they've got an outside shot. Junkie Sport on 159, so 10 points further back from Switchback. Zom is on 152, and then potentially, mathematically, just Mike as well, on 141 in 5th, although he's he's basically going to have to win all 6 races and hope that the others don't have a good time either. So a lot to do for Mikey.
Unlikely to happen, but yeah,
you never know in FTRL.
Absolutely, yeah. And maybe Mikey, now that he knows he's in the fight for the title, gains a little bit more confident, and yeah, gets a good result, especially in the last 2 races now. And yeah, for the moment he's staying in P4.
Yeah, the pressure's off for Mikey, which is usually key for him.
Also driving in a very interesting new livery for the Uncharted 4, I think it is.
Ah, yeah.
It's very good.
Lovely stuff.
And P2.
P2, they're all just 200ths behind Switchback there. So 139.4 is the pace that's been set. And those two are just miles ahead of anybody else at the minute. It's nearly half a second back to MTJ in third. And just popped in with 1 minute and 10 left. So everybody is going to get one more lap this lap they're currently on to try and set a time. As Sway puts himself up in third with a 139.8. So good luck there for Sway. Anybody else on a bit of a flyer? Let's keep an eye on MDJ, see what his next sector is. See if he can improve.
Yeah, I was just having a look at Cowboy. He's also doing a very good job here. P6 for the moment, ahead of Wesker. Jonesy, the championship leader, down in P8. Yeah, let's see.
Well, MDJ was 5 seconds down on that sector. Switchback is ghosting, so we're not going to see a faster lap for him. Someone is spinning, it's Zon. I'm trying to find somebody who's actually completing a fast lap here. We'll stick with Adam for now. Throws it into that difficult chicane. It's so difficult to get that right and not go off on the outside or cut the corner. 2 very difficult chicanes on this circuit. It's a pig of a circuit, frankly. I hate it. But it might just be
me too.
Adam pushing it for all it's worth. Oh, he's wide and he's off onto the grass. So that is that lap over for him. Wesker is still coming in behind. Even at their own proof either. Who have we got just coming around the corner now? Trying to find who's in the front of this little pack of cars. It is Junkie Sport with a 139, 140, does improve up to 7th place. Graham coming in just behind Junkie Sport, he goes into 8th ahead of Wesker. Jonesy in, but can only make it into, Jonesy made it into 3rd. Oh, excellent final lap from Jonesy, and that's got him right up there. He'll be happy with that, with everyone pretty much finished now. Yeah, we just got the stragglers coming around, so that will be, Switchback's managed to get himself onto another lap, so we're going to have to wait for Switchback.
And Nobby Norris improved himself.
Oh, well done, Nobby. He's improved to 13th.
So the gap between P1 and P13, 1.9 seconds, so a little bit spread out, but it's also the nature of the track being that long.
Yeah,
so
much longer lap.
Absolutely spot on, yeah. I think it's also the longest in the whole season, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes
not too many laps to get the qualifying right there.
No, quite a change from Tsukuba last week. So, Lennon is going Mikey for the win in the chat, and he's up to 2nd. He's on the front row of the grid, so could well happen.
Yeah, let's see how Mikey's race pace turns out to be. I'm still going for Switchback, race win, only P2, and let's go with the new guy MDJ for P3.
Yeah, so Switchback will be looking, it's just a parade lap for him, he will have pole, so that's a bonus point straight away. Pulls him to within 9 points of Jonesy, so he'll be keeping an eye on the Mustang directly behind him on the grid.
And that's your qualifying, so Switchback grabs pole in front of Mikey, Jonesy in P3. And very impressive stuff from Sway, starting from P4.
So here's your grid for race 1. Switchback and Mikey on the front row, followed by Jonesy and Sway, MPJ, Adamako, Corbo, Jonesy, Graham, Zom,
That was the quickest rundown ever.
Keep an eye on Mikey so we get everybody in. Revs are up. Hammer away. It's a good start for Switchback. Everybody's getting away. Oh, it's a big cluster of cars behind them. They're 4 wide behind the front 3. Going into turn 1. Jonesy trying to look for a move down the inside of Mikey. Adam is holding 4th, and then a massive gaggle of cars going down the first corner at the back. Aaron is absolutely correct in the comments. Please do like the stream, everybody. It helps out a lot. Thank you. Well, this is a huge battle coming down here at the back of the pack. There's a bit of bumping going on. Sway is in 8th, Graham is in 9th, Zolmer slipped down to last as Nobby Norris has made his way up to 11th. They are all piling in. Fortunately, this part of the track is fairly wide. Nobby's been forced into the wall briefly. Round they go. It's so important just to try and get a good fast run out of these long sweeping curves. It's so difficult to pull off right, and Graham is very, very wide in the background. Just flicking back to the front, switchback, he's under pressure from Mikey with Jonesy just behind and Adam a little bit further back. Really nicely taken by both of them though. Switchback just gunning it through that chicane. Mikey is sticking close though. Let's see if anybody else died. I think we're all okay. Graham's struggling a little.
Been a very good first lap by most of the guys, except for Graham, who just went wide, but still. Oh, Zom is wide in the hairpin.
Oh no, Zom. It's looking a bit wrong for Zom.
Breaking point, yeah. F in the chat for Zom. Oh, and switchback very wide going into the last hairpin.
He's got to give Mikey a run with the slipstream as well. Here he comes. He's going to have good pace advantage in that Hyundai as well. See if he can make the move down into turn 1 within 2/10. Now he might not be close enough. There's probably no need to go for it. Oh, hang on.
Oh, still he goes for it.
I was about to say there's no need to go for a big lunging move, but he's gone for it. And he has got the inside, to be fair. And he looks to be... Oh, they're going to be side by side coming through the S's here.
That's going not to work out well.
It's doable from here if you get it right.
Goes P2 and that never works out. Side by side for the S's there.
Bit of grass cutting for Mikey, picks up half a second penalty, but still in touch with the front three now.
Very aggressive around the outside on switchback.
Oh, that's a good move. I think he might have got it done, you know, and he's making a move on switchback as well. He's going to be on the outside. They're 3 wide coming into the chicane. This could end badly. Is anybody going to take the lead? It looks like it's going to be Adam. Oh, a little bump from Jonesy on the way in. Switchback is very wide. Adam Acker takes the lead. Jonesy now in second. Mikey back up to third. Switchback relegated down to 4th place. A bit further back, MDJ and Coreboy with Junkie Sport just behind as well. So more penalties in the background.
So basically, Adam Echo went from P4 all the way up to P1 and switchback vice versa. Now running in a P4, so very good job here by Adam Echo in the first couple laps, gaining the lead in the Hyundai. That looks promising for tomorrow, but Jonesy staying in P2, and Mikey, yeah, after he tried to get the move on switchback, now in P3.
A couple of the rookies suffering a little with some of the more technical corners there, bumping over the curves, so it's Wesker in 10th, Sway and Graham in 12th, and Zombie's trying his best to catch up now after his incident earlier. But going into lap 3, it is Adam Acko who leads by 0.8 of a second, and they're still fighting behind second place as well.
So championship-wise, Jonesy can take it a little bit easier now that knows, okay, Adam Echo might be on better pace, but he's got switchback behind, Junkie Sport, all the guys, yeah, on points. Just a couple points behind in the table, so yeah, take it easy, Jonesy, and you'll get there.
Switchback down the inside, he's going to have more ability to hold that round the inside of the turn. There was a little nudge there, and that sent Jonesy off and wide. I think there was a slight bit of contact with Switchback, and to be fair, Switchback is waiting for him to get back ahead, but that has brought 3 other cars directly into the mix as they come down into the hairpin. Oh dear! Oh, where's MDJ going? He's off. He's kept it pointing in the right direction, and Courtboy's trying to find a way past him as well now. Oh, and MDJ, unlucky for him, he's just been flooded, just got out of shape coming into that hairpin with all the other cars around him. There's a lot of penalties going on.
He did very well in the first couple laps, but now finds himself down on P9, P10 even now that Wesker jumped him, but that's a very spicy battle here for P2. Junkie Sport now in P2, followed by Jonesy, Mikey.
Where has Junkie Sport come from? All the way up to P2, keeping his title hopes alive.
Yeah. And as long they are battling, this gives Adam Echo a very nice chance to run away.
3 seconds now.
Already, after just 2 laps.
And in clean air, setting a 1:40.3, so it's not the quickest pace at the minute, given that the pole position qualifying time was 1:39.4, I think it was. So there is scope for people to catch up if they can get a bit of clear air and a bit of a run, but at the minute, yeah, they're all still battling. I mean,
Yeah, should stop battling and maybe work together. It's a wide track. We have like a lot of opportunities to overtake, but you shouldn't go for the move whenever there's a gap possible. So just work together, and you will find yourself just right behind Adam Eckler's rear bumper.
Yeah, as we've seen so far this season, the driving standards in GT2 have just been massively improved and just really good overall generally all of this season. But as I say that, Jonesy sticks her nose in on the rear end of Junkie Sport and sends it a little bit sideways.
Yeah.
By and large, the driving standards have been amazing this season in GT2, but I will say this one thing: they're not ones for patience in this league. If there's a move, somebody's going for it.
Yeah, but even though Jonesy was turning Junkie Sport around, he gained like half a second on Adam Eckler already in just one sector. So it will be interesting to see if the Lexus can close the gap quite quickly. Remember, it's a long track, so not many possibilities or not many laps to make the move. But yeah, for the moment looks like it's a little bit calmed down. Mikey now P3 after Jonesy tried to move for Junkie Sport. Switchback also still in the group, and then there's a little bit of a bigger gap to Nobby Norris, who's doing a very good job. He started with P30.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think Switchback maybe is just biding his time a little bit back in fifth. He can still, he's got Junkie Sport in sort of within a second or so of him, albeit 3 places ahead, so he knows he's there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these 4 pan out over the next few laps, see if anyone can make a break. Bit of a discussion in the chat about how Adam Eckler's improved very, very quickly. Comparisons to City Porsche, which is a high praise indeed. I mean, yeah, and the fact of the matter is, with everything that's going on, a Switchback's wide, and he's out of shape. He's managed to hold it. There's a lot of off-track action at the moment here.
Everyone's pushing, basically.
Yeah, everyone is trying to get ahead of the pack, and as I said, all this means for Adam is he doesn't even have to do quick laps, he just has to keep it consistent, and he'll be in for the win. So now we've got a little bit of a split between this, what was a group of 4, after that off for Switchback. So Junkie Sport in second, being challenged now by Mikey, who's picked up nearly 2 seconds of penalty so far, and it doesn't look like it's that easy to get rid of them, to be honest.
Yeah, Nobby Norris under pressure from the new guy, MDJ, in P7. Almost made a move into the hairpin, but now lost a couple of tenths, but still with Supreme, of course. Maybe going for a move into turn 1. Then further down we have Sway and Cowboy battling here for P8. All the new guys, Sway, Cowboy, Wesker.
I was just staying up here because Mikey has got a really good run on Junkie Sport down the straight. He is on the outside, but he might try and hold it all the way round. I think Junkie Sport's gonna hold this just about, Mikey does seem to have a little bit of the edge on pace. This might be a time for him to try and ease off and get rid of some of that penalty, because that's quite a significant amount at the minute. And now he's trying to get past.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem when you're pushing too much. 1.9 seconds of penalties, basically very hard to get rid of around here. He also lost a couple of tenths to Junkie Sport, went a little bit deep into the long left-hander. Now it's under pressure from Jonesy, just looking for the inside, backs out of it luckily, so the move wasn't on anyways.
MDJ thought about a move into the chicane on Nobby Norris, in the end decided for the better and pulled out. Nobby maintained 6th place, behind him Sway has improved a little bit, he's up to 8th. Nexus Cap's now 9th with Wesker, Cowboy, and Zom is catching up with Graham, not too far behind now. So considering the amount of incidents, considering the amount of off-track action we've seen, Graham being only sort of a couple of seconds off 8th, 9th place is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the guys were always struggling in the Subaru and
there goes Sway. Just caught, I know I didn't see it, but I can tell you exactly what happened. You catch that grass on the outside and try and keep the throttle in to get back on track, you are ending up in the opposite area.
Yeah, especially when you're in the bimmer,
yes, exactly. Not the best car for that. Sway needed a 4-wheel drive there.
So MDJ going for a move around the outside of Nobby Norris into turn 1. there but couldn't make it. So Nobinor is still doing a very
holding
good
firm.
job defending.
Switch back. Holding on, but he's not that close to Mikey ahead of him. Switchback's lap times have been a bit all over the place. He's usually pretty consistent, but with the battling that's been going on, we can see a 142, 143, 140, 141, 140 again, so just needs to find that consistency again.
Yeah, just keep your head down, and I mean, very impressive stuff. Adam Echo, he's 4 seconds clear of Junkie Sport.
Jonesy is purple and already set the fastest lap of the race so far, so if he can find the way past Junkie Sport, there might still be time for him to look at catching up, although it's a big ask.
Oh, yeah, he's looking for the inside, which now is the outside for the left-hander hairpin.
He's slightly ahead. Could he look for the switchback here? He tries it. Oh, it's a good move. It's a really good move. Can he get ahead in time for the chicane? Possibly not. They're going to go side by side into the chicane. Jones cuts in front. He's going to have to hit the brakes hard. Oh, he's done it. Fantastic move from Jonesy. He's now going to have the straight to worry about, though. But he's got himself ahead. Mikey up to 2.4 seconds of penalties now.
Junkie Sport with a late lunge into the hairpin, maybe?
Bit of a lunge. The Mustang stays ahead, but might be in trouble down to turn 1.
But that was a textbook overtake there. Nice switchback move.
These guys absolutely battling out for second place now. Don't think there's any catching Anamako bar a mistake at this point. And he is being pretty consistent with his lap time, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's just under 8 minutes left in this race. The gap is 4.8 seconds, so it will be a very hard task for Jonesy to catch up. But now,
yeah, I think he has to focus on second. Adam is not in the title race, whereas Junkie Sport and Mikey are, and Switchback is as well, so this is where the focus needs to be. As Junkie Sport makes the move back down the inside, Jonesy's got to try and hold it all the way around the outside of this corner, and Junkie Sport has got ahead, and here comes Mikey as well. Down to the chicane, Mikey has the inside line.
Yeah, just realised it's basically a championship battle now. Junkie Sport,
Pretty much.
Jonesy, Switchback, Mikey. The only guy missing is Tom.
He's busy sliding his Renault around the corners in 10th place at the minute. So we'll go back to the battle here, which is the one to watch. Junkie Sport very tight to the inside, Jonesy very wide to the outside. Very different lines there. Neither of them, particularly the racing line. But it is Junkie Sport that leads us into the chicane for the 8th time. Jonesy very sideways. That Mustang is kicking out again.
Yeah, he's giving it absolutely everything. It's very lovely to see that basically all the guys that are still mathematically able to catch a title are just fighting it out each other on track, a similar pace, 4 different manufacturers, so very good to see.
I thought Switchback was just hanging back and waiting for the carnage to happen, but he seems to be struggling a little bit. Just after a 130, almost close to the fastest lap of the race, but he's just thrown in another 141, so there must have been another mistake somewhere, and now he's a second off this guy. So he's going to have to rely on them losing time to each other again, which, to be fair, is pretty likely to happen at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, if we compare the lap times, he's almost like half a second down each lap to Adam Echo, even though
he qualified on pole.
It's off, yeah.
Oh,
so
there goes NDJ into the wall.
Yeah, very wide.
Easy to do on that corner.
Lost out of it, and we still have a nice battle going on for P8. Wesker next to Cat, so Graham still trying to catch the pack. Cowboy in P12 on its way to P13.
Here comes Nexus Cat. Trying to make the move. It's a bold attempt into the chicane, but he might have a chance. Oh, now here comes Zom as well, so they're going to be 3 wide here. Coming into the hairpin, it's going to be Nexus Cat down the inside line, but Zom has managed to get quite far ahead and cuts it across the nose of Nexus Cat to take 8th place. So 2 places left for Zom. Great work.
And also very good switchback move here by Wesker around the outside. Now going for P9, sticking behind Zom.
Lovely stuff. That might be another penalty for Wesker there.
And I mean, the gap to Nobinor is 2.9 seconds, so the effective pole setup for the next race, P7 at the moment, Nobinor.
And now Switchback has caught up. So still Junkie Sport, Jonesy and Mikey trying to go all the way around the outside again. Oh, he's gone too wide though, and he's lost out to Switchback, so he's Switchback up to 4th. Mikey is adding to his penalties, so unless he starts to do something about this, he is going to finish in 5th regardless.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 6th at the rate he's going.
4 seconds, Jesus Christ.
It's these two in front that are clean and have track position, so these probably the horses to bet on for second at the minute, Junkie Sport and Jonesy. Oh, where's Mikey going? No, he's okay.
So yeah, the lead by Enemeko, 5.8 seconds now, I think, unless he's doing kind of a power himself, this is the race winner for race 1. But now it will be very interesting to find out who's taking P2 in the end. Junkie Sport for the moment, provisional P2, closely followed by Jonesy, Switchback, Mikey, MDJ, MD6, Nobby Norris, Tom, Wesker having a battle here still with Nexus Cats. Number 9 going into the left-hander.
Oh, a late move. Oh, it's a great move.
Bit liveries exchanged, paint exchanged.
So Wesker is looking to be very adept at cutting as much corner as possible without getting himself a penalty, but it didn't help him coming into that chicane. He actually lost a lot of pace. Had to get the jump on him, and it was a sharp move by Nexus Cats, but it looked like a good one. So he takes 9th, and that lets on get away slightly into 8th. So 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Cowboy now. He's P13.
Oh yeah.
Huge get to sway, so he also went very wide after the chicane, the very tricky right and left-hander chicane.
Switchback again, just getting himself a bit out of shape coming out of turn 1. Dropping back a bit yet again to 5th. So the previous order has been resumed. Junkie Sport is still holding off Jonesy, P2.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if Jonesy, he knows he might have a better pace compared to Junkie Sport, but now that he's waiting for the last lap to go for a move. Oh, Mikey, very close there to Jonesy. I think
that might have been a bit of contact, yeah.
Yeah. That's bringing Jonesy out of shape, and he's losing the slipstream of Junkie Sport ahead of him. So Jonesy surely won't be happy with that.
Holding position though, but yeah, got a bit of work to do now, very wide.
Oh,
Mikey alongside, slightly ahead, going into the chicane. This is going to be job done for Mikey. It is if he can hold it. Yeah, he's held it, so Switchback looking interested as well. Jonesy falling back. It's going to be just one more lap for these guys though. So if anything, this is good for Junkie Sport because it's not going to work for Mikey because he's not managed to get rid of any of his penalty. And Switchback's still there with 0.8 seconds as well, so Jonesy at the minute reasonably secure in 3rd, but he wanted 2nd. And that might have cost him it, because Junkie Sport now 1.5 seconds ahead and catching Adamako, but it won't be quick enough because we are on the final lap. Adamako with a comfortable 4.5 second lead.
Yeah, those are sometimes the situations where you can lose your head when you know you're like drivers around that are on very high penalties. They won't get rid of the penalties too quickly. They start fighting you. You're like, why are you fighting me? Even you have carrying like 3.4 seconds, and he's now losing out to Junkie Sport. So that's the moments where you can lose your head and keep lose concentration. But now it's just basically his task to get the job done, finish in P3. Be still a lot of points for him, and not enough points for Junkie Sport to come in on the table.
Everybody sideways through there. Pushing on the final lap. Jonesy has got a little bit of a gap now to Switchback, who has got ahead of Mikey. But only a few corners to go, so as long as Jonesy can negotiate the final chicane. Okay. Whoa. Again, getting the rear end of that Mustang out. Here he comes for the final time. Again, he's been pushed wide. Switchback's let him go. I think Switchback knows. I mean, all of this is allowing MDJ to catch up, so Mikey is going to lose another place here. So, but nonetheless, here we go. Adamako coming through for a fantastic and well-deserved win. Really good drive from him. Junkie Sport very happy to hang on to 2nd place, benefiting from the battles behind him. Jonesy will get 3rd ahead of Switchback. Mikey has had to kill his penalty, so MDJ on his debut takes a very good 5th place. Mikey in 6th, not nice. Zom is holding on ahead of Wesker, Graham in 10th, and here comes Nexus Cats, to be followed very closely, but not quite closely enough, by Sway for 12th, and Coreboy rounds off the results in 13th. So, an excellent win for Adam. Junkie Sport takes the forwards in terms of the championship battle, but it won't gain him a lot on his competitors.
Yeah. But very impressive stuff by Adam Echo, going from, I don't know, I think he started P5 behind Sway. I can't remember exactly, but there was one point where he was going from P4 all the way up to P1. Meanwhile, Switchback went from P1 to P4. So very good race win here by Adam Echo. Good stuff. Absolutely deserved it.
I mean, what a race. I mean, that is as good an advert for FTRL as you are likely to see.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. I think there was not too many major incidents between a couple of drivers, just some individual errors like we had in Tsukuba the week earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a straightforward battle for the title. I mean, Jonesy, Switchback, Mikey, even Junkie Sport. Yeah, unfortunately, Som was missing at some point throughout the whole race. But now let's see with the top 7 reverse grid race for race 2 how it's unfolding, and maybe we can see some prize winners. And that's also the first race win for Adam Echo in FTRL.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will see, with the top 7 reversed, we will see Nobby Norris on pole for race 2. So let's see how that turns out for him.
Go on, Nobby.
Right, let's see, have we got everyone in their cars? I believe we have.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, that's basically Nobby Norris starting from pole ahead of Mikey. The new guy, MDJ, starting from P3, also in the Mustang. Switchback starting in P4, Jonesy in P5, Junkie Sport in P6, and Adam Echo in P7. And yeah, despite the guys fighting behind for P2, will be very interesting to see if Adam Echo has still the edge over everybody, can show his good he had in the first race and slice his way through the field.
Yep, so I believe, there we go, so we'll get everyone back in the cars, and then now that I've remembered how to do it, I can do the grid for the next race.
Good stuff. Nice.
Just about figured it out by myself.
So everybody watching the stream, as already mentioned, give us the like, that would be very helpful for the community. And now that you know the grid for the second race, put your predictions down in the chat. Who's going to win race number 2 of the evening? And with basically next week, Brands Hatch, the last week of racing in season 16, we can't wait for the new game. GT7 about to be released. Can't wait for that.
Oh yes, so not long to go now. What are we on?
I guess we will have like
2-week countdown? 2.5 weeks?
When is it going to be released? On the 4th of March, or isn't it?
Is it 4th or is it 7th? I can't remember. I think it might be the 4th, you're right.
Yeah. So then, basically it will be released. Everybody's like playing the game crazy, and after like I think 2 or 3 weeks, then we will sort out a new championship. So when everybody was able to get familiar with the new game. So
so we'll definitely give people time to get used to it.
So I'm just dropping a message to MDJ. In car.
Oh yeah, he's not got him in his car yet.
Mikey, just reminding Mikey to get in the car.
There we go. I think he might be in now.
Okay.
We got him. Yeah. So we are going to have. He gets his live as I'm running the stream and hosting the lobby tonight. So Nobby Norris will be on pole. Just Mikey will be in second, and then we're going to have MDJ, Switchback, Jonesy, Junkie Sports, and then Adam in 7th. Yeah, I just saw that comment as well.
Okay. Nice
As long as it was after the race, that's the main thing.
Okay. Nice to know, Aaron. So I think with the reverse grid and even the third race of the evening, they will be more exciting. So prepare yourself some diaper maybe, so you don't have just put a huge bucket next to your chair, so you can be excited while watching the race.
So we're already there, so we'll be going in just about a minute or so. Please, do put your predictions in the chat for race 2.
I'll give them a 2-minute warning now, I'd say.
Give him 1 minute.
Yeah, should be good. Everyone had a lot of time to get a wee or a poo now. Even the guy's not racing, so...
Plenty of time to get excited for race 2.
Alright, so, 1 minute warning.
So what does that mean for the championship? I mean, there's only going to be a few points exchanged, because with the exception of, unfortunately, Zom, all of the title challenges were relatively near the top, but Jonesy has clawed that point back from switchback that he would have lost in qualifying, so that will, for him at least, be back on level points from the start of the evening. With his men, however.
I think with Mikey and some scoring not too many points, they just need to be very lucky the next couple races to gain back a huge amount of points, but for sure people like Switchback, Jonesy, and even Chunky Sport with the good result tonight, they're still in the hunt.
Yeah, exactly. You might be able to hear liquid pouring in the background. That's me pouring a drink. I'm not having a wee out of excitement.
Yeah, I'm having a beer myself, so all good.
Okay, I think we're
but
about...
I think still we will have a straightforward battle championship fight come the last race of the season.
Yeah.
And what could have been a better place than Brands Hatch, so wait for the title battle there.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
fingers crossed that the grid is set correctly.
So, still haven't any predictions in the chat, guys? Come on. I want to see your bets. Place your bets now.
I think we have to start a genuine for money sweepstake next season.
Yeah, €5 into the PayPal account of FTRL.
Looks like it's good, so it is Nobby Norris and Just Monkey on the front row, followed by NJ and the back. No, not Jaeger tonight, I'm on GT. Very nice, it is 2. So, race 2, Nobby Norris to lead us off. Let's go.
So, very good start here by Nobby Norris. Also, Mikey, not too much under pressure from the guys behind. Side by side, maybe here, switchback, and NDJ going into turn 1. NDJ under pressure from Jonesy, trying to go around the outside. Also, I just noticed Jonesy on a new livery for the second race.
Somebody has dropped back. It's Zom off the back at the start. Don't know what happened there. We've got a bold prediction in the chat from Pete Man of NDJ to take the win. I mean, that is a vote of confidence. Unfortunately for you, NDJ, Pete Man always predicts me to win, so he's very rarely correct. Let's see how NDJ gets on. He's down 7th at the minute.
Well, yeah, going with Mikey, so we don't know which Mikey.
That's true. Oh, we've got a big old battle down into the chicane.
Nobby Norris a little bit out of shape now, losing all the positions.
Oh dear, it's not been a good start for Nobby. Not a good start for him. So, the familiar suspects at the head of the pack already. Mikey in first, Switchback Jonesy, and then Junkie Sport. Switchback is wide again. He's really going for it through these corners. I mean, you can trust the Subaru to get you back on track, but it's not going to gain you any time. Jonesy is now looking interested for P2. Pulls to the outside, a little bit of a bump. He's got P2, and he stayed ahead. Switchback looking to cut back and get the better exit, but that's allowed Junkie Sport down the inside almost.
Oh, and Switchback wide again.
Mikey is 1.1 seconds clear. Can he do the same thing that Adam did in race 1 and just run away while wheels are back? It's possible, but unfortunately for him, Jonesy has got a bit of a gap third as well, so not too much pressure on Jonesy will allow him to set some decent laps if he can put them together.
So run, Mikey, run. You can do it. Yeah, I mean, Mikey has shown a very good pace in the first race. He just lost his set there with getting too many penalties. Jonesy also had a very good race pace, but now it's, I mean, Adam Echo's down in P7, didn't make too much places in the first lap. Let's see if he can slice his way through the field. He's just half a second behind Bobby Norris now. Wesker having not the greatest of the evening. P8.
Yeah, especially after his... Oh, Mikey's gone. Mikey's off.
Oh, Mikey.
On the straight, that's a very strange... It's a shame we didn't see what happened there, because that is a very strange place to exit the track. I don't know what happened.
Totally missed it there.
I can't really see how he would have gone off there. It's very strange.
So, but that's likely to give him pole again for the next race.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is he got on the outside coming out of the long left-hander, and then sort of snapped back across the track because he was a long way down the track there on the straight. Oh dear, it's such a shame for Mikey leading the race. Jonesy now does lead the race with switchback.
So big F in the chat for Mikey. But now it's going to be a straight pop-up battle again here between Jonesy, Switchback now catching, Junkie Sport, MP3 looking very good. Side by side here with MDJ. But now MDJ has the inside for the left-hander.
It's a good chance for MDJ here. He's got ahead. And up into third he goes. So...
It's very impressive stuff here by the debut for the night. Always, yeah, kind of a challenge to come into a new league, new race guys you have never raced before, and then doing such a good, impressive job here. Nice to see. And Switchback, Jonesy side by side, Switchback going for the lead now. Into the long left-hander.
He's got him.
Still side by side, going down the hill into the chicane. Switchback has the inside for the left-hander. Yeah, they're still trying. Okay. Thankfully, nothing major happened there.
Yep, still good, and not too far behind. The Peatman-powered MDJ is on the move. Just half a second back. And he's still got Junkie Sport with him. Jonesy and Switchback going at it again now. It's going to let the rest of the pack close up. Oh, where's Nobby Norris going? Oh, he's tried to get on the power too early, coming out of the hairpin. That relegates Nobby to 8th by the look of it as Graham sweeps around the outside. Can he hold it? Yeah, good move from Graham, taking advantage there. The guys who started at Tsukuba last week did pretty well. I think they're getting probably a bit of second race syndrome now, getting a taste of the realities of how competitive FTRL is. Graham in 7th, Sway in 9th. So I'm not too far behind, but under challenge from Coreboy and Nexus Cats, who come through for the start of lap 3. Lap 4.
Yeah, and Jonesy just under 4/10 or even 3/10 now, Switchback closing the gap. But MDJ lost out a little bit. He was already
Nexus Cats.
Guys.
Nexus Cats just taking the very wide route there. He's down to 12th. Mikey will have a chance to catch up if they keep doing that. He's at 1:39.8 on his last lap, compared to a 1:41 of Nexus Cats ahead of him, so he will have a chance to gain some places back. And meanwhile, Jonesy and Switchback continue to swap places at the front. There's not really any sense in Switchback sort of sitting back. He's got a lot of points to gain on Jonesy, so he needs to just try and get ahead, maybe even back Jonesy up into the pack and hope for some action. 1 point will just not be enough for Switchback.
Yeah, with the similar pace they have, this will be a race-long battle for swapping P1, P2. Now
here comes
MDJ is in the mix.
Oh, Junkie Sport is off on the inside. Tried to take 2 tyre line through there, did Junkie Sport. These 3 very close at the front now.
Yeah, and still, I mean, from P1 down to P10, just 4.5 seconds the gap. so still very close together. As long as Jonesy and Switchback are exchanging the position for the lead, this gives the guy or the chance for the guys behind to stay in the pack, stay in the slipstream, and just wait for maybe an error.
I didn't really notice, but we've got a proper FTRL train going on here.
Now even Whisker's finding himself in P5. He was struggling in the first race.
It's literally 2.5 seconds between first and 7th at the minute. Although there's a bit of contact between Sway and Graham, which has dropped them back a little. And now they go side by side, and Graham switches on the outside into 7th. So Graham making progress.
Yeah, I mean, they know each other from the F1 game, very good, and I guess this was just a little bit of a love tap there. Jonesy Switchback still going for it, and Jonesy very wide onto the grass, can't keep the car in a straight line now.
He just carried on going on the grass, so he's not lost too much time in the end, but he is down to 4th.
And look at that, Adam Echo now in P3, so he's coming from nowhere. Going for a second race win tonight, maybe. MDJ, is he going for his debut win?
Junk's fought under all sorts of pressure from Wesker in P5. All battles going on all over the place, frankly. Just flicking back through, Zombie's 10th, next Cats. The guys off the back, Mikey has made his way up into 12 because Paul Boy's had issues.
And MDJ went for the lead now.
Here comes MDJ. Wow. MDJ into the lead. Switchback pretty much cutting the corner there. Is that a penalty? I mean, he might have got away with it. This pile of cars behind him there. Oh, it's a very late move and everybody's sideways. There was contact coming into the corner. Jonesy, was it Jonesy? It might be Junkie or Jonesy on the inside. I didn't see. Pushed Adamako into Switchback, and they all somehow managed to get around the corner. But that has given MDJ a 1 second gap.
Yeah, I just want to say to them, or shout to them, stop fighting
calm
each
down,
other.
Lads, calm down.
You're losing the gap to MDJ in the lead, so it's already 1.4 seconds.
Judging from Lee's comments in the chat, it was Junkie Sport on the inside. Memories of Tsukuba come flooding back there. Junkie Sport.
And Lee added for the double. Yeah, let's see. I mean, if they stop fighting. But now they're not gonna stop fighting. Let's be realistic here. Adam Echo now in the trying to pull a move on the inside. Switch back on the outside.
This is a proper battle.
Wesker in P3 now. I
think this is the first time it's getting to the tail end of the season. There's something at stake now. I think this is the first time we've properly seen the elbows out in GT2. A Switchback makes contact with Wesker, who makes a move. Switchback trying to get. Switchback was trying to get tight to the inside of the second apex in the chicane with Switchback, and Wesker just goes down the inside. Switchback all the way down to 7th at the minute. So this could give Jonesy a chance to extend his lead. He is second, and he has now made a bit of a break. He's got 3/4 of a second on Adam in third, but he's 2.3 behind MVJ. So again, the man in the lead, not putting in particularly, they're not bad lap times, but they're not massively stellar.
Yeah.
But all he has to do is keep doing them, and he will pull away because everybody else is just destroying each other in the background.
So now we have 2 Mustangs in P1 and P2, so the car itself won't be too much of an advantage for Jonesy. It's just purely down to pace now. Gap is 2.3 seconds. He's still under pressure from Adam Echo behind.
There's 10 cars within 3.5 seconds of each other at the minute.
And I was going to say, luckily it calmed down a bit, but if you have a look at P5, P6, 7, down to P12 even, they are just coming now.
Yeah, it has not calmed down back there. Zom is the one heading that sort of mini pack at the minute. Sway quickly behind him. Nobby Norris still in the fight in 10th. Next is Captain Mikey as well.
So yeah, Mikey also good to see him back in the game. Just 6.5 seconds behind the leader.
Got the radio on. Cool, but she's got the radio on out for a nice Thursday evening drive.
Oh, Jonesy very wide into the chicane.
Yeah, Adam is gaining a little bit now. Wesker not too far behind, so these guys at the front a little bit more stretched out now might allow them to get their head down and put in 2 good lap times. Oh, Zom, Graham, Sway, Nobby Norris, all of them into the hairpin. Zom is going to look for a move down the inside of Graham. Oh, Graham sticks it in there. He's going to have a job getting around the outside again. He's off on the grass. That was always going to happen. Zom will take Zom will actually take P8, so because Sway has actually got round the outside, but Zom's got to chuck it down the inside into the final hairpin. It's a nice line from Sway. Will he get the speed on the exit? No, Zom is going to cut him off. There's a little bit of banging going on down the straight now.
Yeah, Zom also on his right indicator blinking, so I'm not too sure what he's trying to give a message out to the guys.
That might just be out of stress.
yeah, putting the wrong buttons in the tight corners.
Oh, Yamagiwa and Jonesy going at it once again. And we're seeing almost a carbon copy of race 1. Somebody has managed to get to the front and pull out a little bit of a gap, and with everybody battling behind him, he's pulling away. Consistent sort of mid-140s for MDJ, and that's all he needs.
Yeah, but I think Jonesy just now needs to realize that the guys he's racing, especially Adam Echo, Wesker behind him, are not in a fight for the title, so he can calm down a bit, maybe even lose a couple positions there, as long as Switchback and Chucky Sport are not finishing ahead of him.
Yeah, he's just got to keep that in his head. It'll be difficult when there's people, when there's people challenging him. It's going to be difficult, but if he keeps that in his head, his title rivals are behind him. He's got to lead in the championship. If he can just stick it there and not take too many risks,
absolutely, yeah,
he's on to a winner.
Thank you, Aaron, for the lovely comment, and thank you, Pagani.
Oh yeah, lots of love in the chat for the commentary. Thank you so much. It's great fun. Wouldn't do it if it wasn't great fun, and it is great fun to do commentary every single time.
And also a huge thank you, Sean, for jumping in and hosting the commentary, since my Wi-Fi is kind of bad, so I couldn't do it on my own with the fear of losing the stream throughout the races. So thanks for helping me out with that. And it's always lovely to, if it's you or Lee or Aaron or whoever, I always love to do commentary for FTRL. So it's, especially when you have exciting races like those and a straightforward battle with the title here. Can't wait for next week to scream the shit out of me when whoever, I don't know if it's like going to be Jonesy, even Switchback with the massive comeback, you never know.
Oh, Yamagiwa down the inside. You might have got it done. I think he might.
Sending it.
Still side by side. I will say, it's no problem hosting the race. We know you've got a habit of glitching out of races at the worst times. Spa.
Don't remind me about Spa, thank you.
Well, Yamagiwa has managed to take second place off Jonesy, so that might just drop him back into the clutch with his Switchback, who's 2 places back in 5th at the minute, but he's still there. Adam with a 139.3. A few laps, right?
That was kind of a drift there. Yeah, after Mikey at this moment, I mean just Mikey, in the fight for P7 now with Song.
I mean, looking at the lap times, looking at the lap times on the right hand side, you can pinpoint exactly when Mikey caught back up to the back.
Yeah, and when he's made an error again.
Lee, be quiet.
But very impressive here by MDJ, going for his first race win. Just under 5 minutes left in this session. Adam Echo, now that he made the move on Jonesy, trying to pull a gap. Jonesy under pressure from Wesker now, but still guys like Switchback, Chucky Sport, nowhere near him. So as long as he's finishing ahead of them, good points for the championship.
It's a real habit in FTRL of seeing sort of debut week wins, to be honest, especially a recent one. So we might be able to see another one.
Debut winners this season, absolutely, I mean, I know people like Adam Echo, Wesker. I know them from another league. Like 2 years ago, they raced in Division 1 in the Formula 1 game. They are always very quick guys, so it just takes a couple of weeks for them to get used to the game and then be up on pace. So
the guys that we're seeing coming in recently is there's definitely a difference. You can obviously tell when people have got the sort of the experience and the racing pedigree from other games or other leagues or what have you. Very different from seeing a complete rookie come in, so it doesn't take long for them to get up to speed, and I dare say we'll see quite a few of these guys challenging GT1 before too long.
Absolutely,
This pack though is the pack to watch at the minute. Jonesy in second, then Adam, and then Wesker, switchback and Junkie Sport all in there. Mikey is in the background, he's managed to pull away, so if these guys keep battling, there is a slight chance for Mikey. He's a long way back, but we've seen he can do the sort of, he can challenge the best lap times around here. He's done mid-39s, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, the pace he's got, now with the third race coming up in the reverse grid, he's in a very good position to, yeah, maybe gain some ground at the beginning of the race if he's not bidding it again.
It has been, Lee's right, it has been a really good recovery for Mikey to fight his way back through the sort of second pack, but we still see Zom and Nexus Cats battling side by side, so Mikey's done well to get his way through that. Even Callboy's back in the mix as well, battling with Nobby Norris for 11th place. Don't know what's happened to Sway. He's all the way down in 13th. That Beamer. That's not really treating Kalandi around here. I can't say it. I'm that surprised. Oh, who was that? Oh, Callboy's gone. Oh dear, that's a shame. Callboy off. He drops the left.
Oh, and Echo sending it on Jonesy into the chicane. Very late move, I must say. Very ambitious. So yeah, just Jonesy now needs to keep his head down. Switchback approaching from behind.
Jonesy's been getting bashed around a bit. He's gone for a late move on the inside of the chicane. Sorry, the hairpin. He's got it done though. That was a nice clean move from him. A little bit of side contact, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Good clean move. Jonesy regains second. I think Adam maybe. Oh, as he gets a bit sideways. Adam maybe acknowledging that his move was slightly late and not really fighting the move back from Jonesy. But he's trying again now.
Still trying to hang around the outside. Now switchback side by side. Now he's backing out of it, trying to get the toe from Adam Echo down the straight, maybe for a move into turn 1.
So once again, there's going to be one lap to go here, and NDJ is well clear. Jonesy in second, Adam in third. Switchback and Wesker still in the hunt. Wesker trying to find a way past, but Switchback holds firm. Switchback,
as you already mentioned, it's
now.
like a copy from the first race there with the benefit to it.
Switchback needs this to happen now if he can gain a couple of places here and a few places in the next race. He's got a shot going into Brad Patch next week. I think the others
Jonesy
pretty much out of it.
Side by side again into the long left-hander.
Junkie Sport cannot find a way past Wesker in 5th.
Just need to be patient, it's the last lap of the race. Let's see, Jonesy trying to pull a move now, maybe into the chicane, finds himself now on the inside. Very late on the brakes.
Cut back from Adam Echo. Jonesy's very late. What a move from Adam Echo.
And switch back now around the outside, maybe. Up the hill they go.
That's an unbelievable...
That was never going to work out for Jonesy. He was too late on the brakes.
I mean, Jonesy was late on the brakes, but an unbelievable switchback move from Adam Echo to see it coming. But now he's gone deep into the hairpin. He's held it. Switchback now in third. Jonesy in fourth. Jonesy is losing his head a little bit. He's sideways. He doesn't want to lose out any more places here. It's coming good for Switchback. Can he challenge for second? Doesn't look likely at the minute. Jonesy just needs to try and hold off the guys charging in behind him. As Wesker getting sideways as well. They're both on the grass. MDJ is going to come around the corner for a debut win. Fantastic force from him. Adam Acko is going to be second.
Oh no, Junkie Sport on the inside.
And Junkie Sport has made the move on Jonesy. Also, Jonesy in the end
down to P5. That's unfortunate.
Trying to get back into second. Jonesy has lost his head a little on the final lap. He will finish 2 places behind Switchback, and that keeps Switchback in the title hunt. Junkie Sport 4th, Wesker in 6th, Mikey 7th. Zom is going to come home just ahead of Nobby Norris, and next is Captain Graham and Sway following him, and then Callboy in 13th. So what a race. Brilliant performances from everyone again, and even more amazingly, a Pete Man prediction comes in.
So we have again 2 debut winners in 2 races. Like last week in Tsukuba we had Jonesy on his debut win. No, sorry, it was Wesker. No, it was in Autopolis, sorry, probably missed that.
That move by Adam Echo is one of the best that I've seen this season in either
Adam
league.
Echo, debut winner. Then we have MDJ in the second race, winning for the first time on his debut. So very impressive stuff by the guys. So the guy from the Netherlands.
I've saved that replay, so if I remember, maybe at the end of race 3 we'll go back. We'll go back and look at that again after the next race.
So
that was
saving it.
Astounding.
I think there might have been some incidents. They might report it later on the race, but let's see.
There was a couple of bumps and bashes there. We will see. So we're going to go to reverse grid for race 3.
So yeah, and Peteman with the right prediction there, he called MDJ for winning the race. He was right.
Grand National coming up soon, Peteman. Get on it.
So now, Peteman, who's your next race winner? What's your prediction for the third race? Now that we have reverse grid for the third race of the evening, that's always the most fun, the most exciting race in the whole evening.
So we're gonna see Cowboy on pole. With the greatest of respect to Cowboy, I don't think he's gonna win. You never know if he can get away, but I'm not calling Cowboy for the race. It's these guys, the likes of, I mean, the Subarus seem to be pretty effective around here. They're not the fastest, but they're pretty stable if you do end up off the track. So I wouldn't rule out, the likes of Graham, Nobby Norris. Mikey has definitely got a chance, but he has to keep it on the track.
Yeah.
And I would say potentially Wesker's up there, but Jonesy will be right there with him on the grid. So then you're really getting into the, the guys who've been quickest in the last couple of races.
I'm not too sure. I mean, Jonesy, he's got the pace, and he knows it. He knows he's fast around here. The Mustang is very handy around this track, but I think he's aware of the situation. He's about to grab a title, and he's got a kind of a points gap to the guys behind, but he's involving himself in battles he shouldn't be, actually. So he's losing out the battle or positions in the end. So yeah, I wish to do him well and get a race win tonight, but he should maybe back out of some of the battles and slice his way through the field on pure pace. So we'll get going again in 2 minutes for race 3. I'm gonna take an outside punt. Yeah.
Don't get my words out of this today, and I'm gonna go for Graham for the win. He showed a bit of pace, and he had an incident later on, which I don't know where it was caused, but he got himself up quite nicely from sort of the back of the pack towards like 6th, 7th place at one point. So
yeah,
he's towards the front of the grid. If he can make a bit of a break, that may be a chance. But it is an outside bet, but I'm going to go for it anyway.
I'm gonna go for a guy, I don't want to mention his name because in the end he's jinxing it or winning it. So, but my guess would be a driver who is actually able to win races if he's just keeping on the black stuff.
Yeah, he's got the pace.
Yeah, a certain guy in a Hyundai, starting from P7 this race, so I don't want to name this or call him by his name. But yeah, let's see.
I think we got a couple of the guys who were racing in the chat in between races. Kat saying it's a very frustrating race. There was a lot of sort of incidents and little bumps and bashes. Probably what he means, but yeah, Zon not enjoying the Renault, feeling the downsides of the Megane, I think, in today's race. I mean, to be fair, Zon, you've had more than enough races this season where that Renault has been quick, so you've got at least one. Don't worry, mate. It's Brand's hat something. Right.
Yeah, but we already have a big MDJ fan here in the name of Peteman. So let's see how he's performing now in the third race of the evening. Just put a message in 2-minute warning, so yeah, just giving one more minute. And also wish them the best of luck. Alrighty, so now Brands Hatch next week, final race of the season.
Yes.
Can't wait for it.
Love Brands Hatch. I know some people hate Brands Hatch, and I hate them.
Yeah, but I don't know. The thing about Brands Hatch, if you're in the right car, you can always have a lot of fun around here. I'm not sure with the Hyundai if it's the best of choices for a normal season. But I always love Brands Hatch, and yeah, even though it's very hard to overtake, but yeah, in the end, I always enjoy my races around there.
I'm gonna beat you all at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, I hope. I don't know with the new game if they like with the cars. How do you say? if there's any performance update or something like that. So the Subaru and the Lancer won't be too much of an OP car. Or like with the daily races we have now, the Group 4 around Red Bull Ring, everyone is basically driving the RC set. So if they adapt it a little bit more, give the cars a little bit more, a better performance, a better BOP.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Sometimes it's very frustrating in the preparation of the season. You feel like you choose like 3 or 4 cars you are practicing with. You feel confident. You think like you have a very good pace, and then when the season starts, you see like people like in the Evo or in the Subaru just running away with all the wins. So it was very frustrating for me. But yeah, let's see how the new game is.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
So, your grid for the final race of the evening, headed up by Corboy and Sway with Graham and Nexus Cats behind, then Nobby Norris Zom, Mikey Wesker, Jonesy, Junkie Sport Switchback, Adam Echo, and at the back, race 2 winner, MDJ. Nobby Norris in the chat there saying, I'm slow, but the battle is keeping me in it, and that is exactly right. All you have to do in this race seemingly is stay on the track, avoid the penalties, and you will be right up there. Away we go, Corboy and Sway gets away. Sway with a very slow start, and Graham has immediately jumped him into second, with Nexus Cats looking to follow as well. Zom looking down the inside. He's made it. It's not a good start for Sway. Already down into 5th. Graham is there in second, but Corboy's got a bit of a gap off the start. See what's happening at the back with the championship contenders. Jones has switched his livery. Not at all helpful for me, but there he is in 8th place. Zom is very sideways. Not a good start for Zom. He is struggling tonight. He's already down to 8th. Switchback is challenging him along with Adam Echo. And MTJ is there as well as these guys battle going into the long left-hander. Second one on this track.
Yeah, what is
there goes Junkie Sport. That was a really good start for Jonesy, not a good start for Junkie Sport, wide out of the corner and down to 13th. Corboy leads, Graham, Cats and Sway, and Jonesy is following, so really good chance for Jonesy here.
Oh, now free wide into the left-hander happen.
Oh my.
Graham going for the lead. Nexus Cats, P2, Corboy now dropping down to P3. And yeah, this gives Jonesy now the chance to close the gap quite quickly.
It ends up with Nexus Cats in the lead.
It's already P3, so a very good start by him.
Oh,
now
Corboy.
let's brave the race to shine.
Oh, Corboy getting a bit out of shape. We've got someone off in the background that looks like Mikey. Was it Mikey? It was. So Mikey down to 12th with Junkie Sport now challenging, so that is going to relegate Mikey all the way to the back of the pack. So an eventful lap 1. It is Nexus Cats who leads. Jonesy has already made his way up to 2nd. This is a brilliant start for him. Graham in 3rd, closely followed by Corboy. Is Corboy going to look for the move here? It looks likely. No, Graham and Jonesy trying to cut him off, but he's made his way ahead of Graham. He drops to 4th. Oh, this is Jonesy's race right here, if he can make it work. Oh. Graham getting very sideways.
That was hairy.
Must have been some contact there. He's getting swamped. Oh, and Adam Echo into the barrier. There was a lot of cars trying to fill one space there. And now Graham is just bottlenecking the rest of the pack. Oh, and somebody else has gone as well. Everybody's all over the place. Nobby Norris is in straight into the barrier.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, and switchback is wide.
And now Graham and Wesker coming down to the chicane are side by side. Wesker's got the inside line, but now he's sensibly just dropped in behind Graham. And Zom tried to make the late move and backs out.
Oh, switchback at the back route.
Graham overtakes Corboy. Graham overtaking Corboy, got himself out of shape at the chicane. So, take a breath. After all that, Nexus Cats is first. Jonesy behind him in second. Sway has taken advantage of all that chaos and made his way back up to 3rd after his poor start, with Graham and Wesker following in behind. Where is Corboy going? He just slowly drifted off into the barrier before the chicane. I don't know what happened there.
This is the race for Jonesy to shine. Not the best of first couple races, but now just under 7 tenths behind Nexus Cats. Getting a nice toe down the straight.
Absolutely his chance. Absolutely his chance, with Switchback languishing in 10th at the minute. This is his chance to gain back that deficit and more from tonight. And if he can go into Brands Hatch with the same lead that he has tonight, it's not sewn up, but he's got a very good chance of taking the championship. So
yeah, especially with Junkie Sport in P7, Mikey in P9, Switchback P10, Adam Echo after he had his warm-up up the hill completely round in P11, 3.5 seconds behind the pack.
Graham is under all sorts of pressure from Westcott in 4th.
Both Subaru guys. I know Westcott's in the Evo.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not had the best of nights, but he's found a little bit of pace here, so he's looking to challenge. Will he make a move? Not this time. Behind him, people are making moves. Junkie Sport making his way up to 7th. Mikey getting involved with MDJ as well and Switchback, so these guys are battling. It's not going to help them reach the front of the pack at all. Junkie Sport holding on for now. So the guys losing out so far, Adam Acker after his incident coming up the hill through the S's is in 11th, Nobby Norris and then Callboy at the back. Unfortunately for him, X-Cat still holds the lead as we come towards the end of lap 3.
Yeah, Jonesy just not able to make the move, and this gives also Sway a chance to stay with them. So very impressive stuff by Sway.
He's just,
even though he struggled the first couple of races, he's still in the hunt for a podium spot.
Yeah, Jones is just having to. He's obviously looking for a way past next to Scat, so he's just having to keep an eye in his rear view mirror because Sway's there. He looks for the inside now, does Sway? He's not going to get it this time, but he's. Oh, he's a bit wide, he's okay. Do not put that bimmer wide onto the grass.
So now, look at how close Jonesy is now in the rear of next Cats. Going down the hill into the left-hander.
Graham has fallen back into that pack and is now down to 6th behind Junkie Sport. Jonesy looking for the inside line now. Nexus Cat's a bit wide and Jonesy takes the lead. So here he goes. He's got the pace. Can he get away?
Yeah, just needs to keep his head down now.
Yep.
Try to pull a gap on Cats, maybe kind of back next Cats into Sway so they start fighting each other.
Yeah, he's got a good chance here. We did probably less pressure here. We did just see the sort of maybe slight inexperience. He did lose his head at the end of race 2 a little bit, dropped him a few positions, but he's got to get his head down here and he can start to pull away.
Fight for P7.
Oh my word, there absolutely is. These guys are going to be 3 wide coming into this.
Please not.
Zom backs out. It's lost. Oh, and Zom keeps the inside line. Graham is wide. I'd say very sensible from Zom there. He didn't commit to trying to make the overtake. He just slowed down and made sure he stuck to the inside line so he wouldn't end up in the outside barrier. And just kept him in the hunt. Unlike Graham, who is now down to 12th, so much for my pick for the win. I picked the wrong one. I was on the fence between him and Sway as the guy towards the front of the pack, and I picked the wrong one. Jonesy's in the lead.
But if it's not for tonight, I think Graham, just a couple of weeks, he will be there for a race.
Oh, absolutely. He showed the pace and ability he's got at Tsukuba last week to stay in the pack. He's not had the greatest of nights tonight, but it will definitely bounce back. So Jonesy leads, but not getting away. Katz is very close to the back of him. So when these guys are not battling and not trying to commit to a move every corner, they're all fairly, roughly equal pace at the minute, race-wise. So Jonesy not going to find it that difficult. Not going to find it that easy. Sorry, to get away.
Now it's just a task of Katz to stay behind Jonesy. I think if Katz seen the performance of Jonesy tonight, he knows he's got better pace, so just stay in the slipstream, don't fight him too much, and he will be there for a podium.
I'm just going to flick back to Mikey at the end of this lap, because he's in clear air, and he can put the lap times in, so we'll see if he's able to catch up. As Nexus Katz looks to hold on to 2nd place ahead of Sway. Sway taking the wide line. And then cutting back. He's very wide, but he's cut back and got a good exit, and he's pretty much level with Nexus Katz as they come down the finish straight to the start of lap 6. Jonesy in the lead, 6 tenths of a second. These two don't want to be battling. Jonesy's got the pace, they need to try and keep up. Sway around the outside. Holds it. Just.
So,
Yep,
move done
still
by
there.
Sway.
So there we go, exactly as I thought. Mikey at 1:39.5. He is catching up to the back of Wesker. He's a whole second quicker on the last lap, so chance for Mikey to get back into it here. There's still 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, also very impressive stuff here by Sway, I must say. He's doing a 1:39.1. Yeah, maybe with the help of a bit of slipstream, but still faster than the qualifying time we had.
Yep, so it's there. Sway has made the move.
Oh, Jonesy, very out of shape into the hairpin, in the chicane, sorry.
Yeah, I do not think we're going to see a repeat of the first two races. I don't think Jones is going to find it easy to run away from these two, even if they are battling for places. The next cat sending down the inside again. Some good clean racing. They are keeping up the pace while they are exchanging positions. Although, having said that, they're now going too wide into the chicane. Cats commits.
Oh.
It's contact. And that is it now. They're exactly what we were talking about. Jonesy gains a second in one corner.
Yeah.
Thanks to these two battling, and that could be his opportunity to run away.
And Wesker and Mikey
And
behind.
here's Wesker and Mikey.
So now Jonesy has a little bit of a gap, can breathe through, and yeah, now Cats Sway unfortunately lost the position to him, but this gave Wesker and Mikey the chance to close the gap, and there they are.
So guys, if you're watching this back, we're not in any position to tell anyone how to race, believe me. But if you're watching this back, there's a learning experience for you. Jonesy now 1.6 seconds clear, and he has got the chance to run away if he can pick up the pace. He's not going massively fast though, I'll be honest.
Yeah, as I mentioned in the first race, sometimes it's more wise to work together instead of just going for the move everywhere you can.
He's capable, Jonesy, 1:39.5, but since then he's not really, despite the fact he's been clear of everyone else, he's not really picked up the pace, and he's another half second down, sliding into that chicane, so he's not going as fast as he possibly needs to. Mikey, on the other hand, 1:39.0, that is phenomenal pace from Mikey.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's quicker than I can go.
Yeah.
And now he is back on the pack.
I'm half a second down on my personal best.
We're so screwed.
GT2 pace here, get me back into GT2, so I might be finally able to win races again. I'm honest with you, if I jump into GT2 now, people like Jonesy, maybe in the next couple of weeks, Sway, Wesker, they will all smash me.
Oh yeah, we are. We are bang in trouble,
chance.
mate. We are absolutely in trouble. So Jonesy, just comparing the pace here, 1:40.6 for Jonesy, 1:40.2 for Nexus Cats in second, and 1:39.8 for Sway, despite the fact they're battling. So, still a chance for these guys. But with Wesker and Mikey joining in, I'm sure I know what we're going to see next.
It's getting spicy.
Just looking a bit further back, speaking of spicy, MDJ and Junksport going at it through the S's as we head towards the second sweeping left-hander. MDJ has got himself ahead, but Junksport's still there.
Switchback having not a great third race of the evening, he's just in P9.
It's not happening for Switchback. I mean, in all honesty, this could be curtains for the title race.
Yeah. Now with Jonesy leading the race, of course, needs all the points. Actually should be finishing ahead of Jonesy whenever he can. But this is not helping in the championship.
Yeah, in total he's going to drop another, if it stays like this, he's going to drop another 7 points in total on Jonesy. That'll make the gap 17 points going into Brands Hatch, so it's going to take an absolute collapse from Jonesy. Which can happen at Brands Hatch, to be fair.
Yeah,
it's not the easiest of tracks.
And
if you go off once... Oh yes, of course. Oh, Nobby Norris, what has happened? 13th place.
That's unfortunate, So the two Irish guys, the P12 and P11 respectively.
Keeping an eye on the times again, that gap is coming down again. 1:40.4 versus 1:40.1 for Nexus Cats, who's managed to pull a bit of a gap to Wesker, Mikey and Sway. So the gap is now just slightly over a second with 6 minutes to go. So this is not over.
Yeah. As you can see, if as soon as they stop fighting each other, the gap's coming down again. Then we have a good straightforward battle here for P3 for the last step on the podium between Wesker, Mikey and Sway, with MDJ closing in. He's just under 2 seconds behind now, pulling himself a personal best in Sector 2. No, Sector 1 that is. So purple Sector 1, closing the gap. Adameco and P7 having a fight here with Switchback and Chucky Sport. They come side by side down the hill.
I mean, you can just see how closely matched the guys are in this league, because yes, they are all battling, but everybody is battling, you know, with the exception of Jonesy. Although it will be soon by the look of it, because Nexus Cats is closing in. But you know, these guys are battling, you know, and further back Switchback and Junkie Sport and Adamaco are battling, and they're not catching. It's just little differences.
Since he knows he's leading the race, and with Switchback, Junkie Sport, or some Mikey nowhere near him, he's going for not like 100% or 110%, he's just cruising around on like 90% pace.
He doesn't, you know, let's watch him over the first sector, but it doesn't look to me like he's taking it easy. He seems to be pushing it. Certainly in that last corner there, that last hairpin, was quite wide, so the gap's still a shade under a second, so he lost another couple of tenths on that lap to Cats. So Nexus Cats pushing for a win here, and Nexus Cats has not been, to be honest, he's not been towards the front of the pack very often this season, so a win would be an absolute feather in the cap for him. So he will be pushing hard. Jonesy down again on his best time by a couple of tenths through Sector 1, so it's a few laps to go. I think 2 laps after this one, so let's see where Cats can get to.
Yeah, I think the Hyundai has a little bit more of an advantage, especially around the first couple of sectors, but then when it comes to the tiny twisty bits here around the chicane or the very slow left-hander hairpin, it's always where Jonesy is losing a little bit of time compared to Nexus Cats behind.
We've got a good battle going on here. Good battle going on here. MTJ has managed to make his way up into 5th ahead of Sway. Sway is fighting back, so very close there. Lee in the chat saying he likes it. Oh, hang on. Adamaco and Switchback going at it for 7th into the chicane. Switchback trying to hold it to the inside. He's held it as contact, and Adam has got to be wide. That's very easy to do there. Yeah, Switchback. Fair play from Switchback, letting him. Oh no, wait. No, he's not laying back.
No.
I thought he had. He flashed his hazard. He flashed his hazard. I thought he was letting him back through, but no, he's just pissed off down the road. So fair enough. They've both got penalties, so chance for Junkie Sport to make up some time. And in the background, Tom and Graham are going at it as well down the final straight.
Adameco was not happy about that. He was flashing his lights down the straight, so giving Switchback kind of a sign to maybe back out a bit.
It's good. I like this. It's GT2 was far too polite coming in the first few races.
Barely any penalty points giving out, so now it's with the penultimate race of the season.
Now finally we're seeing the true colours. It's all about walking the line, lads.
As closer the title fights are going, the title cows are training.
Here we go. Nexus Cats is going to make the move. Down the inside, Jonesy holds position. That's really well held from Jonesy. Positioned the car perfectly.
Mikey in P3.
Here comes Mikey. So he did say he had the pace to get back into it, and he absolutely has. Got clear out again and put in a 1:39.3 on the last lap. It's a whole second quicker than Nexus Cat, so that is why he's back in the front. Can he hold his nerve this time? If he recovers from this, it's performance of the season from Mikey, I'll be honest.
Absolutely,
Sensibly holds back there, tries to get the better line out of the chicane. There is only going to be 1 lap remaining after this. In the background, MDJ has made his way up to 4th, and Sway is still battling as well. Switchback is there behind them. It's these two coming into the hairpin. Sway again takes that wide line, looks to cut back, get the better exit on MDJ. He's close. Is he going to be close enough coming into turn 1? We start the final lap of the race. Jonesy in first, Nexus Cats, Mikey, all vying for the race win, and in the background, Sway and MDJ. as MTJ cuts to the inside to try and defend the position. Brakes very heavily, and Sway pretty much runs into the back of him, and now he's trying to force his way down the inside, and he might have it here. Not quite, those two are going to be nearly side by side, but MTJ holds on, so back to the front. Jonesy is under all sorts of pressure from Nexus Cats. They are pretty much side by side here, coming into the left-hander. Nexus Cats is on the outside, Mikey is looking interested as well.
Oh,
and here comes Mikey, down the inside. He just got on the go a little too much. He's into second ahead of Cats briefly, but Cats takes him back. That's allowed Jonesy to pull a little bit of a gap. And Cats is now back there with Mikey, and that is going to impact both of them. Jonesy's sliding it into the chicane. He's very wide. Ooh, just about managed to hold it, and it might be Jonesy's win now, with Mikey battling with Cats for second. It looked for a second like one of them was going to take Jonesy and take the lead, but it doesn't look likely now.
Yeah, Cats going very defensive here into the left-hander hairpin.
He'd be very happy with second place, to be fair.
Last chance for Mikey would be now the last hairpin.
MTJ has made the move ahead of Sway. Nexus Cats is a bit wide.
So let's see now. Jonesy definitely going for the win.
It's going to be Jonesy with switchback in 6th. That is close to sealing the championship for Jonesy. It will still depend on Brands Hatch, but a fantastic win for him. Nexus Cats will bring it home into second place, just ahead of Mikey. MTJ with a very good performance, and then Switchback's got to drop way down the order with his penalties. Sway in 5th, Anamako 6th, Wesker, and then Switchback in 8th. Go Sport 9th, Graham, Poorboy, Zom, and Nobby Norris. I mean, everybody finishing within sort of 15-16 seconds of each other. What a race that was.
And what a comeback try for Mikey.
And what an evening.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Cats is ecstatic with his performance, and why not? Fantastic drive from Nexus Cats.
Fantastic driving tonight from
it was
everybody.
Brilliant. It's the best. Yep. It's not just the best I've seen in GT2, that's probably the best racing I've seen all season.
Very happy in the chat. Screaming yes.
P2 for him.
So yeah, very impressive stuff, of course. So can't wait for the next week for the final in Brands Hatch, man. It was some exceptional and very good racing we've seen tonight from all of the boys.
I mean, Jonesy has got himself a lead, a proper lead, but it's not all over. Anything can happen, especially at Brands Hatch. So absolutely, yeah. We will see. But yeah, he will have pulled out another, if my maths is right, he'll have pulled out another 7 points, so 17 points from him in Switchback.
Cats with a first league racing podium in over a year, so yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Finally. Everyone, yeah, if you're still watching, don't forget to like the stream. It would be very appreciated. If you want to get in touch with us, you can contact us via Twitter. Mm-hmm. At FTRL Gran Turismo. And yeah, can't wait for tomorrow. Gives me a little bit of hope to see Mikey on a good pace there with the Hyundai.
Please do tune in for GT1 tomorrow. Before we end the stream, I mean, I think I have to go back and look at. Sorry, and so if you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to go back and look at possibly the move of the season. Let's have another look at it from Adamako in race 2.
Yeah.
I mean, please, tune into the stream and have a look. We're going to have a look at it. So let's have we have to wait for it all to load up, of course, and do the intro. But yeah, GT1 tomorrow is going to be a little bit spicy. I've got no pace whatsoever, so expect to see me down near the back of the pack again, but nonetheless it should be fun. Yeah, right, let's have a look. Where is that? Here we go. I think it was near the end. I think it was 10 or 11.
I have no idea. But maybe now that we have like a drive of the day voting in the Twitter, we should implement something like a move of the evening or move of the week. Get some votings out there.
No, that's not that one. Let's have a look again. James is on the other side. Okay, here it is. So let's have another look here. So Adam is ahead coming out of the left-hander. Jonesy is behind.
That's the one where Jonesy went wide into the chicane, isn't it?
Yeah. Jonesy gets the slipstream, pulls to the inside, and then Adam sees it coming, hits the brakes early, slides it in, cuts back around the outside. Oh no, that's not the right one. I missed it.
But it was similar to it, yeah.
It looked like it. Let's try the lap after. Oh, bloody hell.
Wasn't it like earlier in the race? I can't remember exactly.
Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you what, we'll do this now and I won't even find it.
To make a highlights video out of that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's have a quick look, just in case. Oh man, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna find it now, am I? I'm gonna go back until we find it. Bear with us in the stream.
Yeah, just make a highlight video out of that
I'm gonna
for later to save. Maybe we ask Adam in the chat if he still knows.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we might have to, because I'm not gonna find it. Oh well, never mind. I thought it was. Yeah, take the time. It's fine. We've got nothing else to do. We're not busy, right? It was definitely towards the end of the race. This is real. This is real. This is real professional broadcasting here.
I can't. If I was about to remember, yeah, maybe we should make notes the next races.
Yeah.
Everyone was a great move. Just put down the lap.
It's all right. GT7 is coming. We'll make a note. We'll make a note of it. Oh no, here it is. I've got it. Right. So.
Let's see.
Jonesy is behind, coming out of the long left-hander. He makes the move to the inside. He's not alongside, but he's getting close. Forces Adam forces him to the inside, then backs out to the outside, hits the brakes, slides it to the inside, and then cuts the switch back during the chicane. Let's look at that from a. Let's look at that from a.
Yeah, from the bonnet cam.
Look at that from the bonnet cam.
Yeah.
This is just. I'm not sure what camera he uses, but this is how much he will have seen. So he will know Jones is on the inside, hits the brakes, look at the amount of slide he gets here, to cut back on the inside, and still make the apex.
Unreal, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, fantastic.
Nice.
Alright.
Love to see that.
Right, thank you so much everyone for joining us. That was a brilliant night of racing, fans. It really was.
Thank you for staying for the highlights in the end.
So yeah, thank you to everyone. Congratulations to MDJ on his debut win. Congratulations to Captain, his first podium in over a year. And please do join us tomorrow for GT1, and then next week for the finale of GT Sport with FTRL at Brands Hatch.
Can't wait for that.
Cannot wait. Okay, thanks very much everybody. See you next time.
Stay healthy. Bye bye.